You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got a comings and goings update for you that's very specific. And we are going to dig into who is coming back for Victor Kiriakis' funeral. So the week ahead has one confirmed returnee already back in town for the sad occasion of Victor Kiriakis' funeral / memorial service. Just FYI, technically, since they don't have his body, it's a memorial service and not a funeral, according to the National Association of Morticians. I looked it up, or funeral directors, something like that. Because there are no body or ashes to be interred, it's technically called a memorial service. Because I wasn't sure about the difference, and people keep calling it one thing or another, and so I was just curious. Now we know. So Victor's memorial service happens the week of August 28th, but at least one of the people coming back for it pops up on Friday, August 25th, the first of several special drop-ins for this very sad occasion. All right, before we dig into all the return people for the funeral, if you have not already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates. All right, digging in. This Friday, Kate Roberts is stunned to see her son, Philip Kiriakis, show up in Salem to mourn his father's death. Of course, he's supposed to be off getting psychiatric care, and that's all in the aftermath of him trying to frame Brady for his faked murder. Most people think he's dead. A handful of people know the truth, but everyone is going to soon know the truth. Philip also shows himself to the object of his affectionate obsession, Chloe Lane, also on Friday. And it's going to be John Paul Lavoisier rather than Jay Kenneth Johnson in the role. Also back this week for the very sad event of Victor's funeral and memorial are Sarah Horton and Rex Brady. She's back to support her grieving mom, Maggie, and Rex is back to support her. And at the same time, he's going to keep advocating for her to marry him and let him be her baby's day-to-day daddy rather than telling Xander the truth. So the following week, the week of Victor's memorial, we have several other comebacks as well. One of them is Zach Tinker as Sonny Kiriakis. He's back on Wednesday, August 30th, but maybe earlier, but we have an official spoiler that he runs into Leo Stark on August 30th. We also have Jen Lilley back as Theresa Donovan. She's back August 28th. And someone contacted us here at Soap Dirt on YouTube to say that Jen Lilley is only back for a short time and there's a weird twist coming. They're saying that Theresa is going to leave town at the same time that Gwen Rizczech leaves town after finding out her marriage is a sham. And then they are going to basically do an actress swap. And then Theresa Donovan is going to come back, but it's going to be Gwen actress Emily O'Brien in the role, I assume doing an American accent. However, there is nothing official about this. There are rumors abounding, but the person who has sent me this info has sent me other info, and I keep pressing them asking, how do you know this? What's your source? They tell me that they have a friend that works at Days of Our Lives. So we'll see. I'm sharing this information with you, but take it with not just a grain of salt, but a block of salt. We'll have to see. Who knows? All right. Louise Sorrell is back as Vivian Alamain, but we do not have an air date for her. What we do know is that she started taping on March 17th. With the 6-month lag to air, that should put her on air in mid-September. However, it would make sense that she would show up for Victor's funeral. So maybe she will not be on scene for Victor's. Maybe she will be, but then she won't come back. It's all very confusing. And I think she's in prison right now. Drop me a comment if you remember. I don't remember if she broke out, but I thought she was in prison and she had called Stefan from there a while back. Nobody ever stays in prison. It's a revolving door in Salem. So also Martha Madison officially confirmed her exit. We reported it a couple of weeks ago, but she has now confirmed it. And she said she knew the writing was on the wall when they abruptly scrapped Belle and EJ's blossoming romance storyline. They offered her the option to come back occasionally, every now and then, for legal stuff. And she said, you know what, after almost 2 decades, I'm not going to do that. No, thank you. And she walked away. She shot her last episode in April, and that means her last air date should be in October. So we'll have a lot more of Sean's angst and her trying to help him. But this prompts the question, what does this mean for Sean Brady? Will Sean and Belle exit together to head to Greece to stay with Hope while she tends to comatose Beau Brady, since Sean has so much anxiety and guilt over it? There's a storyline opportunity for sure to get them out of the way together, but I haven't heard anything about Brandon Beamer leaving the role of Sean. But I'm just throwing this out there as a way to explain Belle's exit. Also on Days of Our Lives, Greg Vaughn remains off screen with Jason Gerhardt still playing Eric Brady, and there are huge scenes coming up that Vaughn missed out on. Sloane Peterson might be miscarrying their child next week. They have scenes with Kayla Brady the week of August 21st through 25th. So I'm not sure when we're going to have Greg back, but he's missing some good scenes, but Jason Gerhardt's doing a good job. I mean, Greg endorsed him as his temporary recast, and I think it was a good recast. Of course, he won't be around for much longer. I think Greg Vaughn said maybe Jason's got like a handful of episodes, 4, 5, 6, something like that. All right, we have one other big thing to talk about with Victor's funeral, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Days of Our Lives updates. If you're enjoying this Comings and Goings special edition, click us a thumbs up, drop your comments on all this stuff, and remind me if Vivian's still in prison. I haven't looked it up yet, but you guys remind me, y'all know. All right, so one big question that I'm real curious about is whether Jennifer Aniston is going to make a cameo for her dad's big character farewell. There was chatter in the past that she planned to make a little cameo when John Aniston retired, but then he passed away without ever retiring. So will Jennifer Aniston show up in the background of a funeral scene, or will she be a mourner that we're going to see? It's airing in August, which means the show taped like late February, early March, most likely. She had just wrapped season 3 of the morning show, so she had the time. And about the time that they would have been filming his funeral scene, she had posted on Instagram a photo of her parents and her when she was little. It's an old black and white photo on the occasion of her birthday. That was also in February. Maybe that was a hint. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but I think it would be amazing if she paid tribute to her dad by showing up, even if she didn't speak any lines, even if she was just one in a line of mourners who walked by, the tribute wall with his photo and everything. I think that would be super cool. No guarantees, just something to look out, think about, watch for. Thanks for listening, guys. Drop your comments. Come back soon for more on Days of Our Lives.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.